Everyone, I am back from my trip and I want to show you a technique for a journal page that I like to use. I've got this heart paper doily from Maria, and I just wanted it not to be this pink, so I've colored it. Nothing much, just went with watercolors until I liked what I got. Haven't filmed it, sorry, and it's a little bit tore here, but never mind. I'm going to glue it to this page. Now the technique I'm going to use is this. I've picked up a paper napkin that has colors like on my doily, but as you can see, the paper napkin has lots of dead areas. That's what I call them, because they don't have anything interesting. Now I can glue it in this book. I've taken a book that I've picked in a yard sale and worked on it so it would be an art journal. I will make a video about how to do this, although there are lots of videos out there that will show you how to do it. So I can glue it as is, but and sometimes that's a technique that I will use, but basically in a book page the text will be like in a rectangle. It will be condensed into this shape, and I want more interest in my background. So what I do is take a page out of some kind of newspaper. I've picked this up in Prague when I was on vacation there, and what I liked about it is that it was only black and white. It's really hard to find these days a paper that is only black and white. I don't care what it says, I don't care what the ads say, I only want it in my background. And as you can see, if I'll put it here and then the napkin, that's a whole different story, and to me this is interesting. I'll bring it closer to the camera just so you will see. Of course, when it's glued down it's even better. So basically what I want to do is glue a page here and a page here. I'm not going to do it like this because the crease here of the book is quite difficult, so it won't glue down correctly or easily, if you can say that. So I'm going to use one page here and one page here. I'm going to glue this down with the white glue. It's not even diluted with water, just as is, and I'll glue this down, and afterwards I will trim the excess. For now I'm not putting glue on top because, as you can see, I'm trying to flatten this out like so. Next side. Like so. I took at least 3 pages of this book and glued them together, so I had a nice sturdy thing to work on. And of course now I'm gluing more layers, so it will be nice and sturdy to work on. The only thing is that this book, the way the signatures are made, are very difficult to work, but I don't care, I'll work with it. It doesn't have to be precise, it doesn't have to be perfect. With my finger I'm trying to make it glue here in the fold, in the crease. Like so. So let's trim the extra. I'm not very accurate now, I just want to move along so you can see the effect of the napkin on the paper. Oh, forgot I put clips here. Already made something here. Here I just gessoed the pages and I glued down some string and then started playing with my words, with pen sprays, by dripping them and letting them drip along the string, and then stamped a little. And this is a cutout from, I don't know, some magazine or something. And basically this is it, a very simple page. So here we go. This is the page we're working on now. Again, I'm putting glue down so I can attach the napkin. Don't know if you can see, but it wrinkles a little bit, but that's how it goes with paper and wet stuff. I'm not trying to flatten it. I don't care, I like wrinkles. Trying to get it in again in the fold here, just so I will have coverage. And here we go. Wrinkles, wrinkles, wrinkles. I'll probably put another layer of glue here to seal it, to seal everything and to avoid the air bubbles. But for now, as you can see, I'm just using my hand to make sure everything is glued down. And I want to add more color because, as I said, of course I have now interest with all the print that goes behind the napkin, but I want to add color. So I'm just bringing it close so you can see what's happening now. And I'm going to take one of my homemade sprays that I'm planning on making a video how to make them. I just had problems finding these simple spray bottles in where I usually buy them. So I've got here, I think it's magenta, and I just want to add this in several places. And I've got this olive green, These are made with food coloring and water. Okay, now I need for this to dry down, and then we'll continue. I'm not putting glue yet. I want it to dry completely, then put a layer of glue to seal everything, and then we move on to the heart and other layers that will come. So I'll be back. I'm back. So I trimmed the excess after it was dry, and now I went over everything with the white glue, regular white glue, and now I want to attach my heart here. It's still, the glue still wet, so I'm going to try and smooth this over my page and try to let it get in the crease, and I'm going to help it with this, and of course going over the hard doily also with glue, so everything will be secured and glued down to my page. And after this I really need everything to really get dry so we can continue. Here we go. I'll be back when it's dry. I'm back. So as you can see, everything is glued down and it's a little bit too busy for me, the background. I like it, but it's too busy, so I want to tone it down, and I want my heart to pop up, be more to pop up on my page. So what I'm going to do, and this is only one technique to do something like that, I'm going most of the time we use diluted gesso to go all over the page. Now I don't really like this technique. I'm going to go over my page with diluted acrylics, because I'd rather take this diluted green than put gesso and make it white. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm first I'm doing only the corner to see if it's diluted enough, if I like the color. Here we go. I don't want it to sorry, I don't want it to make everything disappear. I just want to tone it down and to be more, the whole background to be more cohesive. Now it's better to work slowly and in very light diluted paint, because you can't remove it later. So if you want to add, you can, but to remove the paint, it would be, you can't do it. So as you can see, I'm working with very diluted acrylic, and if I want to make an area like this more disappear, then I will just go over and add more paint, like so. The acrylic paint that I'm using is quite heavy, so it needs a lot of water. It's not usual very cheap craft paint, so I'm really trying to be careful with the amount of paint I'm putting on my background. I don't want everything to disappear. Now I've put another color here that I'm going to use on my edges and to add more more dimension to my heart, like shading, so it will pop up from the background. Go. Okay, now I'm moving in and taking a little bit on my brush and mixing it with the other green, and I'm going around the heart, and I'm trying to blend it into the background. I don't want it a harsh line of the darker green. I'm going around the heart just so it will be more pronounced. You don't have to use this technique. You can use watercolors, you can use the Stabilo oil to make a more pronounced shape around your focal point. And now I'm going to do to go around my edges, and I need more water so I can a little bit blend it. Maybe if I'll take a sponge. I don't want harsh lines, but it's a matter of choice. So I'm going to continue moving, putting this darker color around my edges of my double spread, and I'm gonna come back. I'm back. So it's quite dry. I still don't like enough what's happening here. I want this bit lighter, so I'm going in with metallics. These are not acrylics, this is a gouache, and this is a kit for kids. Very cheap thing that I buy in the cheap store, and I'm trying to blend it in. Again, I don't want harsh colors, harsh lines. So I'm going to add this metallic light green here in the background, and probably use the Stabilo or a permanent marker to go around the heart so it will be more pronounced on my page. Let's see. Sometimes when you work with acrylics, you need to hold it to the light to see where you put it. Okay, I like it better. Let's see if I can make my heart more pronounced. I have here Winsor & Newton brush marker, and I'm trying the green here. Let's see. No, it doesn't show really well. Now going for the purple. And I don't like it. Okay, going for the Stabilo all. And if you I've stuck this because I've got so many pencils that look on the outside like the Stabilo all, so I wanted it to be more recognized from the other pencils, so I just glued this pon here. So I'm going with the Stabilo around the doily heart, and I think I'm going to try and activate it with a brush with water. In the hopes that it will be more pronounced on the page. As you can see, there is no exact recipe to making these things. I'm just trying things as I go along until I'm satisfied with the outcome. Yeah, now it's really popping up. Yeah, I like it. So now I just want to add, I've got these stickers and I want to use one of them. I'm thinking I'm going with you and me here. And again, just so it will be a little bit like the heart. It's still wet here. Not enough patience on my part as usual. I'm just activating the Stabilo oil with water. The sticker is popping up because it's still wet in the background, but never mind. And I'm thinking I need to ink black around the edges just to bring everything together, and I'll just do it off camera and come back. I'm back. I finished inking black around the edges, and this is my page. I quite like it. I hope you can see all the details and interest in the background, and it was quite easy as you've seen. It just was a paper with a paper napkin on top and the acrylics. So this is it for now. Bye.